Well, hello there, Farmsome Guy. How are you today?
Hey, Args. Not too bad, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Excited to be back here, back on the farms and getting some work done. It has been a few weeks since our last foray.
It has, hasn't it? It kind of did coincide with not much needing to be done on the farm, so it was quite a nice little break. But yes, real life got in the way for a bit.
It did. But anyhow, we are here and we are back, and there's a few things that are starting to line up in front of us.
Yep. I've got a couple of fields that need seeding now. There's a big one and the smaller one we had the beets in. I might plant that smaller one today.
Okay.
You're going to help me out and put a bit of lime on the big field, won't you?
Yeah, well, I've still got that lime spreader that I leased, so I might as well, while I've got that, instead of you incurring some additional cost leasing it again, I'll put some lime on there. So this one for you if you like.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Thank you, mate.
No worries.
And then you've got a rather large field of corn we're thinking we might tackle.
Yeah, at least make a start on it and see how far we can get through it. We might call in a little bit of a hand with someone to drive the forage harvester, and we'll run a couple of wagons maybe.
Yep, sounds good. Your cows are going to be well fed by the winter time.
Yeah, well, I actually need some silage. It hasn't fermented yet, those bales we made. So, but yeah, we will have plenty of food for them, which is good.
Excellent. Right, okay. Well, I guess nothing else to do for it than get started. Oh, I need to feed my pigs as well.
Ah, right. Okay.
Go and buy some food for them.
Ah, nice.
But,
all right.
Between the planting and the driving, you've got the bigger field. Although you do have a wider spread on your lime spreader as well.
And precision farming doesn't put on as much lime, so there won't be as much back and forth refilling too. It's handy.
True. It'll be interesting to see who's finished first.
It will be. Very good.
Well, I think I know already.
We'll see. Depends how big a seeder you get. You could get something silly and go through that field in no time.
Pass.
It's not that big a field.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Nice one.
I'll leave you to it and we'll catch up soon.
Excellent. Cheers, mate.
Good. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to North Frisian here with the Farmsome Guy and myself. And pretty much as we said, we're going to jump onto the 728. Still got the bridle spread out on the back, looking decidedly dirty, but as it's a lease bit of kit, it's just going straight back to the dealer as is. Whereas we might have to do something about the tractor though. That is looking rather filthy. But like I said, we're going to get up in here, see if we can buy some lime out of the tank. It'll be interesting actually. We're now on FSG's farm, which is why the money is a little bit higher than what we've got. Just so if we buy anything, it is all on him, on his account. So let's jump up in here. Let's have a bit of a look. I'm just going to back in here under the trigger. We're on FSG's farm, as I said, so we'll just see if we get in under there. Where's our refill? We've got an option there for lime, and it's just refilling. Did I buy? I might have bought the lime last time. I can't remember. That's all right. Lime's cheap. At least it's not going on anyone's account, so there we go. We'll leave that there. Let's head on over the road and we will go make a start. It's not too far away at all. Very, very handy. So we'll get ourselves pulled in to the field and we're just going to bring up the steering assist, get that all set up. Let's see if we can do a couple of headlands just to give us a bit more space on the end to turn. Will it do it? No, it's not going to because of that narrow little bit, but that's alright. I can manually run those headlands on the end. That's a pretty good orientation, I think. Interesting that it does that little kink in there. That's kind of smart. Right, let's get that turned on. We'll just come out just a little bit more. Press that button, get things powered up. And we should be good to go. Let's just have a look behind us. That is working. If I bring this up, we should. No, we're not seeing. Why are we not seeing our precision farming on the mini map? That's interesting. Right, let's just pause there for a second. Just want to double check something. Oh, we've just had a chat to FSG, and I think what has happened, we don't have precision farming enabled at the moment, and it's probably because the game has had an update since we were last on, and as a result of that, when the mods, I've noticed and heard anecdotally on a couple of multiplayer servers where mods that might not be quite compatible with the latest patch of the game, where they haven't been updated, they just don't work. It's showing as an active mod in the game, in the server, so who knows, we'll sort it out for next time anyhow. So we're just going to carry on here. It's going to take us just a little bit longer because obviously we're going to put more lime on than if we weren't doing it with precision farming. But it is what it is. It doesn't make a huge difference to what we're doing. And yeah, we'll just have to live with it. So let's onwards and upwards. We will just carry on. We'll go and get this spread and see how much lime we end up using. You know we're going to run out of lime just at the end of this pass. I've been counting down. I was looking at how much we were using on that last pass, and I think I needed about 12% in the hopper. And we're down to about 8 at the start of this one. So we're not quite going to make it, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's only been 3 loads, so we've made some pretty good mileage, really. Oh, it's going to be ever so close. Look at that. I reckon FSG won't mind if we don't go back for this last little bit. Come on, come on. You know, all those times that you go over a headland and you use up just a little bit extra for the headland pass or something like that. There's literally maybe a bag, 100 litres that would have been needed there. But there we go. Nice white field, and ready now for him to get some planting done on. So I don't think he's going to be doing that today, but we did see him go past with a rather nice looking Bedna seeder, which is handy because we don't have one, so we might have to be looking at using that at some stage in the future. Right, let's go. This needs to go back to the dealer, so we might just actually... In fact, we can run this back down to the dealer because we need to go and pick up a trailer. So, let's just get ourselves turned around here. We will go have a quick look-see. Yeah, we'll go for a quick drive down. Go and pick up a forage wagon, forage trailer that we can use for the silage, because we are going to jump into this field right here behind us. It's a rather good looking stand of corn, maize, whatever you want to call it. We're going to get started on getting that chopped. So first things first, we'll get this returned, 1.2 hours on it. There we go, that is that done. Now, let's just have a very quick look in here. We're going to find ourselves a trailer. I think we're not going to go for a forage wagon, we're just going to have to go up here and see what options there are under trailers. I'm just going to skip right to the end, just see what mods we have in here. So we've got the Flegel Cargos, 2 options there, or the big Corona trailer. I think they're all going to be much too big. We don't have much money, we've got $88,000. Bear in mind, I'm probably going to need it for the silage, so maybe we just go through and lease something. Where's the Crampe big body 750? We can go up to 37,500 litres on that. That could be an option. What's that? 44.5. Yeah, I reckon we look at something like this one up in here. Legal to 29. Brentner up to 46. But it's about the same price, so I reckon we'll go for this one. So 50,500 with the extension on it there, but because we're just leasing this, just grab that now, and that should be us done. So go and get that hooked up. The other thing I was just wondering, we do have a front 3-point on this, so while we're here, I might actually grab a levelling blade so we can use that for levelling the silage out.
FSG to Args?
Go ahead, mate.
I see you down at the shop. Do you need me to haul anything back? I'm just pulled into your yard.
No, I'm all good. I'm just grabbing a trailer and a levelling blade for the bunker.
Ah, very good.
I'm all good. All right. I will be down there in just a second.
I'll see you in a minute.
Oh, there we go. That's good timing. He's obviously all finished with the seeding and over there to give us a hand. So, we'll get this all back down. I'm just trying to remember what our most powerful tractor is, whether it's the Vulture or the Fent here. So, whatever the most powerful one is, we'll put that on the levelling, because that will probably give us the most benefit. So, we'll figure that one out and we'll get started, but we won't be doing much levelling or compacting today. Main task is to get in here and chop all this corn, and when you look at it, driving along here, there is quite a lot. How'd you get on with your seeding?
Yeah, all good, mate, and loads of seed left in it as well, which is good. So, yeah, it could cover a few fields yet. Nice.
The little lime's all done on that other one for you, so that'll be your next mission, I suppose.
I saw that. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no dramas. Went pretty well. Right, it's time to get this beast up and running.
Yep. I just pulled it out for you, but I think you can do the honours with it.
Alright, oh, thank you.
Great bit of kit.
It is, yeah, no, it's a nice looking forage harvester, and you've brought your trailer over as well. I was thinking, just looking at the pits, we might start on the left hand one as we're looking at it.
Yeah.
Go into that one first.
And work our way into the trees.
Yeah, see how we go.
Alright, sounds good, mate.
Alright, cool, I'll get this set up and we'll get going.
I'll follow behind you.
Excellent. Alright, well let's head along now. I did scout out, there's 2 entrances into this field. There's one just down here, as well as one back down there. The one back down there is a little bit narrower, but obviously depending where we are in the field, when it becomes time, will depend on where it is that we want to make a start. So, just get ourselves in here. Now we are, as I said earlier, we are going to use the helper on this, whether it's courseplay or the in-game helper. Probably going to try and set up some courseplay on it and see if that will work, but let's just have a look. So we need to unfold the pipe. I think we need to unfold the header. There we go. It's going to unfold. I'm assuming that disappears. FSG's gone the other way from where we are. So he's going to be wondering where on earth we are. That's pretty neat how that all folds away. Very clever. Right, and that's us all good to go. Wait and see if he can figure out where we've gone. Looks like he's coming backwards. There we go. Going back into my bales. So just taking a look here at the field, as you can see, we're down this end. There's also an entrance in here and another one down there. So what we might try and do is ambush Courseplay at one stage and see if we can cut across there, just so if we're on the other side we don't have to go the whole way around the field, because that could take some time. But anyhow, here we go, there's FSG. Let's power this up, lower the header down, and just get in and get the field opened up. There we go. Getting some chaff going into the back of his bin, and there we go. This is a huge header. Look at that, massive. Already 7% in his trailer. Right. I get a feeling this is going to, we're going to be kept on our toes, keeping this beast moving. Right, let's just pause there, and we will go through and set up our Courseplay. Alright, there we go, 4 headland passes. That looks pretty good, go on the long runs. So, in fact, 4 headlands is almost going to get a cut right across anyhow. Right, let's jump back out of here. We are going to come into first waypoint, press play, hopefully get that all hidden away, and that all done, and things are going to start running. So we jump out, leave that moving, and FSG moving past it. Happy days. Right, can we see how full he is? Already 12,000 litres of chaff in there. Right, this is going to be a goodie. So I'm going to catch up here. Isn't that a sight, looking across the top of the field, being able to see the forage harvester.
FSG to Args.
Go ahead, mate.
I'm glad you're here. You are going to be inundated with crop.
Oh, I know, I was
I'm
watching...
on 86% already.
Oh, I know, I was watching it fill up and how quickly it was going to be full. What I think... I kind of need to cut across the middle of the field here at some stage so we're not just going round and round forever. It's going to be quite a haul. But yeah, we're going to be on our toes, that's for sure.
We are.
Alright,
we are.
Have fun doing it. Alright, there we are. I imagine this trailer's probably, as the train goes barreling by, this trailer's probably a touch bigger than his one. Which is not a bad thing. So, let's get our cruise control configured, set its speed, get on back up in here, and we'll get this field done. But yeah, 25%, right, we are in for a bit of a mammoth effort here, I can tell already. Alright, and there we are, that's us full. Crikey, this is going to be fun. Let's get ourselves turned around as best we can. Might just have to take a little bit of crop out. You can see FSG already barreling back, which is good. Not going to be too far behind, but does show the value of opening up the field a little bit, if and when we can. So let's just get on back and we'll go and get this one emptied out. So let's have a look here. FSG's already unloaded the first of his load through there. Let's just barrel on through. Just drive over it and do a bit of compacting on the way, get that opening up. Try and just keep on moving so that it spreads out. We don't end up with a big pile in the middle. There we go. Slow down a little bit so we don't use it all up. Get to the end. There we go. Right. Oof. This is going to be a job, that's for sure. Oh, right. FSG's just gone out, there's another exit there, and this road runs just up and around, so not too much further to go. Definitely easier than turning around, but that's good to have that access out of the field. Hopefully we're going to be able to get far enough around with our load, be able to get out onto one of the roads on the other side, which would be good as well. Always the hardest part, any field, any farm, is opening up a headland. Right, so there we go, so we get to the corner, FSG is barreling on past. And as I said, there's another one of the field entrances or exits. It's going to serve us well. Well, we're not going to quite make it up to the next field entrance, which is right up by the farmyard, but at least we're not too far away from going backwards, and I guess we're going to have to probably possibly back up. I don't know. Might be enough space to be able to turn around here. Maybe just use the edge of that bank. Guess we're going to find out now. Let's have a look. I know I have a reputation for finding water and getting wet feet, so I think based on that, we're just going to reverse all the way back to the corner. It's not my trailer, it's leased, so we don't want to be getting it wet. Alright, there we go. That's us out. Now we're probably going to have to be careful for FSG coming back this way. There he is. So we're going left. Plenty of room. Right, love the horn on this tractor. So we're just about through the headlands. Oh, well, that's worked out alright. FSG has got to this point, so we're able to just nosy in behind him. And he is incredibly close to being full, so well, there we go. We'll let him back up. And then we can head on in. There we go, right. Hopefully we're going to get pretty close to getting around to the last part of the headland and getting this field opened up. So we're getting it full right on this corner. Looks like we should be able to just sneak out onto the edge of the road here, not using a proper entrance. Whoops, there we are, that's us full. So we can just head on out here. We don't have a ditch on this side of the road to worry about. Fortunate. Watch the stay on that power pole. There we go, we're past that. We'll get in here and get this one unloaded, and then by the time we get back, the field's going to be open. Already a huge pile of chaff in this one. Let's have a quick look. 200,000 litres, just like that. Oof, it's not too bad. Alright, there we are. That is the field well and truly opened, making it much easier now, a bit more space to turn around, things like that. What we're going to do to avoid having any more issues is when FSG is back from dumping that load, is I'm just going to jump into the forage harvester really quickly, and we're going to cut a path across the field, just so when we're stuck on this side we can have a bit quicker access, maybe to get over to one of the other vehicle crossings, one of the access points, and then we don't have to run quite so far going the whole way around the field. So we'll just wait for him to get back. Right about here would be the ideal spot for it. So we'll just wait and see, figure out the best time. Maybe we'll go the whole way around again, I don't know. But it means if FSG was come in now, he'd be able to come in that spot rather than going back and running the whole way through. Could even do it with our tractor actually, get him to run over in our tractor. In fact, we might do that. Let's just stop here and we'll take over and get that done. Argsy to FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
So if I just cut straight across the field here, if you just want to come behind me, and we'll go across and back, and then I'll be able to set the driver back off.
Alright, sounds good, mate.
Should give us a bit easier access.
Yeah, definitely. Just cuts it up a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Alright, well there we go. That is a rather nice looking access to allow us to cut the corner and get across a little bit easier. So, just bump back in here. We will turn this back on nearest waypoint. Press go on that. We're going to jump out, get up into here, and hopefully get this forage harvester underway. So to get his pipe turned around. There we go. And we're back going. So, field's opened up. We're moving. FSG's got pretty much a 3/4 full trailer already. And the silage is flowing, or the chaff is flowing. So, I think with things all under control, let's just jump into a bit of a montage and we'll catch you once we've made a bit more progress in the field. So we're not too far away from finishing our headlands. We set it to 4 and this is our 4th one, so we've sort of got this a little bit here around the yard to go. We are motoring through it. There's over 700,000 litres of chaff over there. You can just see FSG up on top of the bunker there, unloading into it. It's been an impressive effort so far. We're going to end up with a lot of silage, so I'm just saying we're going to have a decent amount of cows and think about how we go through and use all of this, because it's going to take some time to get through it all once we do have it. Of course, we've got 165,000 litres of bales as well, sitting there fermenting, so we're going to have a huge amount of silage, which is good. That was what we set out to do at the start. So we're going to get around, what are we, 80% full. We won't get the whole way around, but we're just going to get around and get these headlands finished off, and we might actually wrap things up there for this episode for the chopping. Come back and finish it off next time. I'm not sure what else FSG's got to do. I know he does have that field of corn you can see over just over beyond us, which he's going to be harvesting at some stage. That's going to be taken as pig feed. So he's just going to take that with the combine. But other than that, I'm not sure what else he's got to do, but we're going to have this field to prep and figure out what we're going to do with it, whether we put a crop in here, whether we put grass in here. I don't know, we'll just have to figure something out. I'm sure we'll come up with a plan. But anyhow, that's us full. FSG's probably going to get the last of this done around to the edge of the field, get the headlands finished off. So we'll go get this unloaded, have a look at the bunker, and then we'll catch up with him. It has worked out pretty well. We can both been able to drive up and over and basically unload across the top, and kept it pretty level the whole way across. It's a pretty awkward angle to be standing on there or having the tractor on there, but just try and dump a little bit more in the end there as we go. Get that last sort of few thousand litres out. There we go. Had a lot of spillage. We are going to have to tidy that up, but of course FSG's reminded me he does have the wheel loader. We can use that and take care of that, but I might, just while we're here, let's just drop that trailer off. Leave that there. We did get the leveler, so just hook this up really quickly. See if we can give this just a little bit of a push up. Try and get some of this chaff back up in the bunker. There you go. Don't know how well we're going to do this. Might be a job for a wheel loader to come with the bucket and actually give it a proper push up, but we can move a little bit. Be struggling a little bit with this tractor too. There you go. Just have a look, bring this up there. So there you go, 775,000 litres, actually 60% compacted, so we've done a decent job about keeping it compacted as we've been running over it too, which is good. We'll just do this for a couple more passes and just wait for FSG to get here with his last trailer load. Ah, look at that. Here comes the heavy lifting. That might do a little bit more than what we can. Might actually suggest if he's going to do that, he comes down this end and sees if he can move a little bit of it. Well mate, that is a rather large pile of silage we've managed to make so far.
That is some haul, isn't it? 800, just over 800,000 litres.
And I mean, we're probably a bit over halfway through the field, but there's still another few more 1,000 litres standing out there to be chopped.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, it's going to keep the cows well fed for a long time.
Certainly is. I'm not looking forward to having to load it all up. It might be a conveyor or something like that to
I think
simplify
that might
my
be a good
tasks.
idea. Yeah.
That was good. I appreciate the help. Thanks for bringing the wheel loader down too. That certainly made things a bit easier. Pushing it wasn't working out as well as I'd hoped.
No, all good, mate. All good. And it's hard not to love a good silage harvest. So no.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Good one. All right. Well, that was fun. It's good to get back into it, and I guess try and get this finished off next week, and then we've got a field of corn for you to harvest, don't we?
That's right, mate. Yeah. So we'll be tag team in the fields.
Nice. Very good. All right. Oh, thank you as always. That was a blast. Have a good week.
Yeah, likewise, mate. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Catch you then.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Bye.
It's even more impressive when you stand down here and look at the equipment up on top. That is a mountain of silage, and it's only going to grow. Or will it? We might actually get this compacted, and I don't think we're going to fit the whole lot into this one anyhow. So maybe we'll finish that one off, get it covered. If we do that, then we'll be able to pick up any that doesn't get covered, any chaff that might have fallen out the edge, spilled out the front, put it in another pit, and then we can move on and work in that one. We're not going to fill all 4 of them. We do have 4. We've got the other big one over the other side there, but definitely going to get a good chunk of these 1 or 2 done. There we go. We are done. Nice to be back here on North Frisian with the Farm Sim guy. We'll be back again next week. I think our calendars will align, so we'll be able to get a bit of momentum going on the farm. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll catch you in the next one.